I fucking hate Christmas. Because tell me why, when I was little, I was so obsessed to find out who Santa was. I tried downloading the Santa locator and staying up at times I wasn't supposed to. Until one night I was sitting on the stairs looking down at our Christmas tree and I see my parents. But when I was little, I didn't even think they were my parents since they were dressed up as Santa and Mrs. Claus. My parents were freaky like that, and they like dressing up to get down, if you know what I'm talking about. My mom places the Christmas presents under the tree. And then my dad comes behind her, groping her floppy pancakes. And I was like, what the fuck is Santa Claus doing? Mrs. Claus grabs a whip out this plastic trash bag that was red and had a white bow on it. Then she asks Santa if he's been naughty this year. Santa gets on his knees and says that he was a good boy. And as a child, I was so scared. I thought I was going to see Santa Claus get beat to death by Mrs. Claus. So this goes on a few minutes, and suddenly I see the tip of Rudolph bowing out, and I scream. Santa and Mrs. Claus looks up at me, and they scream too. So we're all screaming, and Santa hides his milk chamber. They come up to me, patting my back and telling me to get to bed. I go to my room, lock the door, and cry myself to sleep. The next morning, I deleted the Santa locator because I was sure that Santa and Mrs. Claus were fucking pedophiles who feasted on the presents of naughty children. That year, my parents were so worried on why I was doing so much better in school and at home. But it was because I was afraid of being whipped by Mrs. Claus.